In the video, we'll talk about artillery strikes on a South Korean island. But what does dictator Kim Jong-un intend with this? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future videos. North Korea has carried out over 200 artillery shots against the Impyeong Islands region, compelling local authorities to instruct residents to seek refuge. Shortly after, the evacuation order for those islands was issued. The North Korean shots fell into the sea, and as of now, there are no reports of casualties or damage. South Korea responded with artillery shots that landed in international waters. China, a major ally of North Korea, has reacted through Wang Bin, the spokesperson for the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, urging both parties to remain calm and avoid actions that could further escalate tensions. The chief of the South Korean Joint Chiefs of Staff confirmed that the North Korean shots didn't cause any damage or injuries. South Korea views this as an attempt by North Korea to escalate tensions on the peninsula. But why did North Korea specifically target these islands? Especially now, when the armistice of the Korean War was signed in 1953. The UN drew a line dividing the Korean peninsula in half, a line that also extends through the sea, encompassing several islands along the Korean coast. Many of these islands are inhabited, like the Yeonpong Islands, a group of 6 islands covering 7.3 square kilometers with a population of around 10,000 people. In 1953, the UN line, confirmed by then dictator Kim Jong, the grandfather of the current North Korean dictator Kim Jong, passed north of the Yeonpong Islands, meaning that South Korea held control of that region. However, in 1990, North Korea began demanding control of those islands, creating another focal point of tension on the peninsula. On November 23, 2010, in response to a South Korean military exercise, North Korea shelled those islands, causing damage to various homes and killing 4 South Koreans, including 2 military personnel, and injuring 18 others. Due to that attack, 95% of the local population evacuated the islands, slowly returning only 5 months later. To prevent casualties in future attacks, South Korea constructed more shelters and installed counter-battery radars as part of an early warning system. This alert was activated on January 5 when 200 North Korean artillery shells landed near those islands. Fortunately, unlike the 2010 bombardment, this time, the projectiles didn't hit land. The motive behind this attack is related to North Korea's need to maintain high tensions on the peninsula. Kim Jong-un has made it clear that he has no intention of negotiating the end of his nuclear arsenal's expansion or engaging in dialogue regarding the reunification of the Korean peninsula. Essentially, the only thing the North Korean dictator wants at this moment is to keep tensions high to continue attracting international attention. Another reason for the heightened tensions is the new geopolitical context in which North Korea finds itself. Before the Russian invasion of Ukraine, North Korea was habitually isolated internationally, subject to sanctions, and primarily reliant on sporadic support from Russia and China. However, since July 2023, Russia has been closely aligning with North Korea, involving state visits and signing major strategic agreements and partnerships. The objective of this Russian approach is evident: to provide Vladimir Putin access to North Korea's huge stocks of arms and ammunition, especially missiles and artillery projectiles. The Russian invasion of Ukraine heavily involves artillery, with tens of thousands of projectiles launched daily by both sides. Over the course of this war, which has lasted more than 1 year and 10 months, Russia has fired an estimated 12 million artillery shells, a staggering number that is difficult to comprehend. With so many projectiles fired, it's undeniable that Russian stocks have been affected, compelling Putin to turn to his Chinese and North Korean allies. While China, concerned about avoiding Western trade sanctions, has limited itself to economic and trade agreements with Putin, North Korea, already under severe sanctions, has nothing to lose by selling missiles and artillery projectiles to Putin, elevating Kim Jong-un to a top-class ally of Putin. Consequently, the North Korean dictatorial regime is currently of great importance to Russia, giving Kim Jong-un more confidence and freedom to become even more aggressive in his actions, with this Friday's bombardment being a clear reflection of that.